Hello guys, I'm Abigail Ekweghi and you're welcome back to today's video. So have you been working out and training your glutes so hard and yet you are not seeing results, an increase in the butt size? In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my top 5 tips to help you see progress, see increase in your glute size, and definitely watch the video to the end. And yes, if you're new here on the channel, subscribe by hitting the red button below and also turn on the bell beside it to join the community. That way you don't miss out from my videos. And also like this video, share the video, also leave me a comment below and tell me what you think of the tips. If you have any additional tips to help grow the glutes, leave in the comment section. I'm open to seeing what you have in mind. So the first tip I have is consistency and patience. This is like one of my biggest problems starting off my glute training. In one of my previous videos, I mentioned that I've been working my glute for over 10 years and some people got discouraged, but yet you don't have to be discouraged because I made a lot of mistakes and I struggled with so many things I didn't even know was actually hindering my progress. And consistency and being patient was part of the #1 thing. Well, to grow your glutes, you have to actually consistently train the muscle and not give very long time spacing before you train it again. For instance, you could work out this week, go intense on your glute muscle this week, and by next week you probably will say, okay, I'm taking a whole week break or even 2 weeks. That will actually be hindering your progress. So you want to weekly work your glute muscle. So I would advise you, if possible, try minimum of 2 times in a week if possible to see results. How consistent you are will determine how your progress will also come. And the second thing is the patient side of it. I was very much impatient. I would work out, and when I try working out for 1 month, I don't see a reasonable size. I just get discouraged and then stop along the line. But later, I'll just go back to it because I am convinced that glute training will actually make the butt bigger. But sometimes I just feel maybe it's not going to work for me. That self-doubt that comes in between the mind. It really hindered my progress for a very long time before I realized that building your glutes is not something you get overnight. In fact, it's even a lifestyle thing. So that's the first tips I have for you guys. Be patient, be consistent. Try to make it minimum of 2 times on a week. You don't work out, but recommended days of workout should be like 3 or 4 times in a week, not every day. Bear that in mind. The second tips I have for you guys is to eat well. There are certain food components that is very, very necessary with regard to building and increasing the muscle set, especially the glute muscle. So if you want to increase your glutes, your diet has to be on point. You want to have these 3 food components. You want to have a little bit of fat, very little, a little bit of carbohydrates, and then protein should be the highest food component that you want to have. You want to eat a lot of protein. That is the primary nutrient that helps you grow your butt. It helps with tissue repair, muscle development, and even replacement of new tissues and getting new ones to replace the old damaged ones. So if you don't have sufficient protein in your meal, definitely it could be hindering your progress. So you want to be eating enough protein. Eat a lot of protein. There are so many sources of protein, and I have a blog post where I have list of proteinous food for you to feed on. I'll leave the link to that blog post in the description box, so go and check it out. I have about 90 of them or 90 something of them, so go and check out. It gives you varieties of options, protein to to deliberate on and incorporate on your meal. That way you have enough of it in a day. So recommended dose for maintaining your weight in a day is 0.8 gram per your body weight. But if you're increasing, if you want an increase in your muscles, you want to take more than that. Recommended is from 1.5 gram to 3 gram per your body weight in a day. Next tip I have for you guys is the level of damage you create to the tissue, the muscles, the butt muscles. Most of the time we're just confined in the little environment within us. I struggle with this as well. We're so in that small space of workouts that we love, and each time we're repeating that same workout and we're not challenging ourselves to a different level outside what it is comfortable and convenient for. For instance, if all the while you like doing donkey kick, you like doing squats, and you do squats and donkey kick and even kickbacks and those exercises on a regular basis, and yet you started off since a month ago, you're still doing the same number of repetitions, like you did 20 last month, today you're still doing 20, next month you're still doing 20, that is not progress. Except you're doing 20, then you're increasing the set or even the number, as in you want to do 20 times 3, and then next time you do 20 times 4, you know, like that. That's when you know that you're actually developing the muscle and you're making it stronger, because when you work out intense, you should feel the damage on that work muscle for at least 2 days later, and that's where the fourth tip I have for you guys plays a very much important role as well. So you want to create enough damage that will make that muscle feel sore the whole day till the next day, and then you want to work out the upper day after you know the training. Let's move on to the next tips I have for you, which is rest days. This is very essential. So most of the time I look at channels that will give you challenges that you have to do every day, and these challenges are just working the same muscle set every day, and the thing is, the belief is they want to make the muscle grow, but the muscle only grows when you damage, you recover, and you damage, recover, and damage. During the recovery process, that's when the protein acts on the muscle to replace the old damaged one that could not survive, and even build new cells and repair ones that could survive it but needs more touching to repair. And during this repair process, the simple thing is those damaged muscles are trying to become stronger. They're trying to prove immune to next workout damage you're going to create impact on it, and during that trying to create immunity to it, they become stronger and they become bigger in size. So you want to rest between the workouts to allow the muscle recover, and when it recovers, and then you continue working out. So the final tips I have for you guys, the fifth one, is combining isolation exercise with a compound exercise. First, I lingered between just isolation exercise for a very long time. Personally, I don't like squats. Not that I have new problem or anything, but from the beginning, when I do squat, I really don't feel it that much, except I do so much repetition, like I probably would do 30, 40, 50 right from the very beginning, and maybe from that time I didn't really do the form well, but even now I still don't feel it well, except I go for more challenging squats, which I will talk about in other video coming up on the channel. But the point is, you want to combine compound and isolation exercise. What are these exercises? Compound exercises are simply exercises that target more than one muscle set at the same time. Examples are the squats I just mentioned. You also have deadlift, you have lunges. All variations of squats are compound exercise, and the isolation exercise has to do with targeting just one muscle. Examples of this for the glutes is like you have the kickbacks, you have the lateral lift, you have the fire hydrant. So many of them, there are many isolation exercises for the glutes. So basically you want to try to combine those two exercise categories to see progress. Compound exercise helps for the general molding, then isolation exercise target that specifically, that way it responds well to the compound workout. So if you're training, I would rather say you start off with isolation exercise 1 or 2, then move immediately to compound exercise, the squat or deadlift. And basically, if you've been working out for a long time, try to incorporate weights to your workout or resistance band. That's basically what I have to share with you guys here. Did you like this video? If you did like the video, don't forget to thumbs up the video, share the video, and subscribe if you're new here on the channel. Turn on the bell beside it as well, that way you get updated when I post new videos. And also leave me a comment below and tell me which of the tips are you flooring on at the moment. I mean, which one have you not been applying to your glute training? Let me know in the comment section. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.